PHA. Woo, those AKAs.
Alright, hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Deja. Thank you so much for tuning in. Without further ado, we're just gonna hop right into the video. If you're new, hi, welcome. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you subscribe and like the video. And yeah, just be mindful, you guys. Please be respectful in the comments. Everybody doesn't agree with me. I understand that. It's bound to happen. But just be respectful on how you address me in the comments, because you know, we just need to be respectful, okay? So yeah, so let's get right into the video. Okay guys, so a lot of you were asking me, because a lot of you were actually really surprised and I guess happy and then I guess surprised that I was so upfront about how, you know, I wasn't the closest, I'm not the closest with my pro fights and my line sisters. And I don't try to put on a facade and act like, oh my God, we're best friends, we're sisters. Like, no, I don't do that. I'm gonna be completely honest with y'all. My sisters at home are my sisters. And that's just that on that. Like, that's not no shade or nothing like that. But it's just, you know, that's just that. And a lot of you were surprised that I was that honest and vocal about the reality of how you might not be cool with everybody that you in the same organization with, and people might be petty towards you, and you guys want to know how to deal with that. So for any organization, any sorority, any fraternity, this is not specifically to AKA, and I'm not speaking for Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. I am just speaking in general, and it just so happened to relate to me because it deals with me. So as far as dealing with petty people, I would just say, like, take it with a grain of salt. Like, a lot of people are going to say stuff and do stuff to get under your skin. 9 times out of 10, 10 times out of 10, that person that is doing that towards you, or that group of people that's doing that towards you, wants a reaction. Simple as that. Like, they want you to give them a reaction so they can prove their point of the stereotype or the image that they have talked to other people about you, basically labeling you as this person, or they just are either intimidated by you, jealous of you, or just simply don't like you and want to be a petty person. And yeah, so that's simply that. Me, when I was dealing with petty stuff, and while I was in the undergraduate chapter that I was in at my school, I literally just didn't deal with it. And I didn't care if it made me look like, oh, she just joined the organization and she's not doing any work. Because at the end of the day, I knew that I was doing everything possibly, like everything I could possibly, to do stuff with the girls and to do stuff for the organization. But they were being so petty that, and it's not me pointing the finger or blaming them, but it's just sad how things played out. And it's just the truth. You know what I'm saying? That's my truth. They can agree with it or not. You guys can agree with it or not. It really doesn't matter. But yeah, it just so happened that, you know, they were doing stuff and stuff was done and said that just pushed me away. And it got me to the point where, like, I had to talk to my mentors almost every day and tell them, like, what the fuck? Like, like, did I join this organization and it's not meant for me? Because that was a question that I asked myself throughout, like, my whole semester of me after I pledged, if that makes sense. Like, I literally was calling my mentor up, calling my mom, calling my pledge dad, like, sending them screenshots of messages of people, like, just how they say stuff. It's not what you say, but it's how you say it. And if you're coming off in a negative way, like a lot of you in my comments, it's not what you're saying that I don't want to receive, but it's how you're saying it. Or at least in the comments, since I'm reading it, it's how I'm reading it. So if we're basically being honest, and if I'm taking responsibility for my actions, the way I read stuff was like, oh, she's definitely coming for me. And yes, I can say, like, okay, maybe if I read it a different way, that it wouldn't be like that. But it was just, it was one person that basically, that I told you guys about the interview. That same person was the one person that kept just picking and nitpicking with me, and she obviously had a collective of people who liked her a little bit more than they liked me. So they obviously, if you like your friend more than the person, you don't like another person, I guess, then you're gonna be on your friend's side, which is that is what it is. Have your friends back. So dealing with that specific person, it just made me like second guess being a part of AKA, if we're being completely honest. And I think to this day, that's why I hold so much animosity towards that whole chapter, just because of the hurt that is associated with that chapter. Not me going pledging, not none of that, but just the way that I was treated after I was in the organization. Because while I was before I got in the organization, I was like, okay, this stuff is expected. You know what I'm saying? It's all mental. I'm prepared for this. I'm strong, whatever. And I think when they saw that they couldn't break me into joining the chapter, they wanted to break me while I was in it. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm being completely a stack with y'all, okay? Like, it definitely worked because it just pushed me further and further away. Like, it pushed me to the point where, like, I stopped commenting in the group chat. I went as far as removing myself from the group chat because I knew it was other group chats out there without me in it. And it was just so petty and so childish. And it just makes me think and be grateful that I was so like, so honest with myself and so like vocal about the things that were going on, that they knew like, damn, this is wrong, you know? And it was just like, it was so crazy because one of my line sisters, and I'm not trying to like put stuff out, but one of my line sisters, we weren't super close, but we were close. But we were only close when the collective wasn't around. And she would reach out to me personally. She would, you know, try to include me and stuff. She would ask me for ideas for strolls and stuff like that. She would try to include me, and I appreciate her to this day. But it was just like a kind of like a backhanded type of be there for you sister type of thing, because when we were around the collective, she didn't want to, like, she wanted to be with the collective essentially. And I think it was so petty and so childish to me that it just made me look at the whole organization, not the specific chapter, but it made me look at the whole organization as like, are all these AKAs are like this? And it just took me to finally graduate, which I graduated early. And you know what I'm saying? I like to kill people with success, you feel me? So I graduated earlier than everybody, all right? In the chapter, in the okay, you know what I'm saying? But that's not to toot my own horn, you feel me? But it's just like, I'm not gonna try to get you back. So I guess, sorry y'all, I know I talk a lot, but I guess getting to the point how I deal with the pettiness, I kill them with kindness. Well, actually, no, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I kill them with great comebacks. If we be in a completely a stack with y'all, I kill them with great comebacks, because my comebacks, y'all, look. I kill them with great comebacks, like comebacks that's not noticeable that it's a comeback. That is like just go over your head. You know, you got to go back and read it. You feel me? And then I also kill them with success. And that's just that on that. Like, I just made sure that my grades, everything was in order, like so in order to the fact that like I wasn't going to allow anybody to mess up my senior year. Like when I say I was having the time of my life, my senior year, I was having the time of my life, and I wasn't going to let a group of girls that was supposed to be a sisterhood towards me, and I'm supposed to be a sisterhood towards them, affect me, you know? And I haven't had a chance to reach out to them and apologize for the part that I played in it, because obviously I played a role in it. But obviously they're going to watch my video. So if you are watching, to the line sisters that I had when I was coming into Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, the Talk High chapter of the University of Illinois Springfield, I do apologize for any role that I played in making you feel the way that you felt, to make you treat me the way that you treated me while we were in that organization together on that campus. I want to move forward, you know what I'm saying? And obviously a lot of people are going to feel like, oh, well, you're still talking about it, so you're not moving forward. But it's my truth. And I feel like a lot of women are going through this in all organizations, not just AKA. And everybody is so scared to talk about it. Like, everybody is not going to get along. Like, as much as we want to, and as much as we want to put up this facade and act like, oh, we're part of the same organization, we're sisters, we're sorors, we're going to be like, no, like of all people, we shouldn't be acting like that, especially when every organization be on Greek shenanigans in the comments talking about your own bros and your own sis. Like we're not gonna sit up here and be like, oh, we're together. Like, no, like if we're gonna be together all the way. You know what I'm saying? Don't be together halfway and then want to come back and make tweets and, you know, personal group chats and all this other stuff towards people that are a part of your organization, regardless if they came from a different chapter. You feel me? So I know that was kind of all over the place, but that's how I deal with pettiness. I deal with pettiness by two things. Great comeback, sis, okay? You don't gotta curse. You don't gotta curse to put a person in their place, okay? You don't have to get loud to put a person in their place. I automatically talk with my hands, so, you know, whatever. But you can put a person in their place by just being respectful and letting them know, like, hey, respectfully, I'm not the one to fuck with. So move along. Or you can say, respectfully, I'm not the one, okay, if you don't want to curse. But yes, you can be respectful in many other ways. And yeah, and the second thing is just killing it with success. Like, if you making sure that you're on your P's and Q's, honey, and I know, like, a lot of people gonna be like, well, they still graduated in May, it don't matter. Like, I feel like it was a great accomplishment for me because I transferred. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people that transfer either have to go a whole nother year to graduate, or they have to wait until May to graduate. But I graduated early, honey, okay? And I transferred, and that's unlikely. Everybody tell me that. And that's not to brag, but it's just like, I'm proud of myself, and I have the right to be proud of myself. So yeah, so that's how you should deal with pettiness. Don't give people a reaction. Don't give people what they want. You know what I'm saying? Keep it pushing. Like, obviously, I would say definitely go to that person and be like, hey, is there an issue? I personally knew that it was an issue, and we had a conversation, not face to face, but over the phone. And I had told her, I was just like, hey, like, is there an issue with me and you? Like, what's going on? Like, I feel like you have an issue with me. And she said, no, it's no issue. So I'm not going to bring it up again. You know what I'm saying? If it's no issue, then treat me how you treat everybody else. Don't be shady towards me. And then, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't do that, you know? So it was just like, obviously there's a problem if you are doing the things that you're doing. You know what I'm saying? I can see if you just don't like somebody, but if you don't like somebody, don't worry about them. I should be non-existent. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you guys should do if you're dealing with pettiness in your organization, or pettiness while pledging. Just take it with a grain of salt and don't respond. Don't give them what they want, because at the end of the day, if you do, then they're gonna win. You know what I'm saying? And I know it's like, who's winning, who's losing, but it's just like, that's what people like to see. They like to get under your skin and get you to react. And once you react, it's like, you know, you didn't stoop down to their level, which is very low, baby girl, baby boy. You know what I'm saying? So don't just be the bigger person. Yes, it's gonna irritate your ass, okay? Like, it's gonna irritate you, but at the end of the day, you're gonna come out looking like, wow, I couldn't even get to her. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are going to be like, wow, I couldn't get to her. Or, wow, I couldn't get to him. Or, dang, he's just so unbothered that no matter what I do, I can't get to this boy. Or vice versa for a female. You know what I'm saying? So don't give them the satisfaction of getting under your skin. If they get under your skin, let them get under your skin personally, like privately, okay? Don't do it publicly, because you're just going to embarrass yourself and your organization. And it's honestly embarrassing. Okay, so I hope you guys like this video. Sorry if it was all over the place. Y'all know I get to talking, so don't come for me in the comments, okay? But thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.